Hi Willie, thanks for the footage. You're doing a pretty good job up to this stage, to be honest with you. Just in regards to the issues that we were talking about, or asking me if I could spot anything within your swing, the first thing I would work on is stabilising the upper centre quite a bit. You were talking about maybe turning through the ball better, and I noticed on YouTube you've got something on there about an early extension. The thing is, with an early extension, that comes from something you're doing during the swing. So what I've done is I've took some time to put some lines and circles around your head position. Now, one of the key aspects of stack and tilt is to swing round a fixed point. So you're trying to keep the upper centre nice and fixed. And we can see from face on, as we start the backswing, the head tends to just dip down a little bit from that line, which is a sign you're left tilting a little bit too much in the early part of your swing. If we look at it from down the line, we can see again a little bit of a loss of height and a movement forward towards the ball during the takeaway. And then in the downswing, you can see there that you start to work the weight back on the heels, that sort of feeling of an early extension, the pelvis working in towards the golf ball, spine angle sort of becoming more erect, and then obviously the head position drifting away from the golf ball. That's going to make it very difficult for you to turn the corner down at the bottom, and 9 times out of 10 leads to the player flipping at it, as we see there, with the hands too much, as the arms work away from the body excessively, usually resulting, as we see here, in a very high exit position. Now, if we compare that head movement with what we see here with Charlie Wee, what we're going to see with Charlie is a much more stable upper centre. Now, the upper centre being the sternum, but we're going to highlight it using the head position here. You can see there that his head stays much more within that circle on the way back, and there's no falling away from the golf ball on the way through. So the fact that his head is staying in that circle suggests that he's tilting left, extending and rotating at the correct rate on the way back, and tilting left, extending and rotating, or sorry, should I say tilting right, extending and rotating at the correct rate on the way through. So what you've got to do is try and get a feel for that. Now, one way of getting a feel for that would be to use, I don't know if you've read the book, but use the drill that stabilises the head position, where you would take your setup, arms hanging in front of you, you don't need a club for this one, and you would put your head up against a wall or the inside of a door frame, and you would just make some swings trying to keep your head on the door frame. And we can see here that from down the line, get rid of that circle for a second, if we were on the door frame here now, as we take the club back, we would feel the pressure increase as we left tilted too early, and then certainly would feel the pressure come off as you extend too early. So having the ability to keep your head on that door frame would also improve your ability to deliver the club. One of the things with an early extension is, what an early extension lacks is a return to flexion during the start of the downswing. If we take a little look at what Charlie Wee does from the top, and you'll get a feel for this, I'm going to explain it to you, but you'll get a feel for this when you work against the door frame. His first move from the top is to return his body. You can see there very little done with the arms. He returns into that forward flexion that he had at address. So he's returning into his spine angle. We can see as he does that, the left arm gets more out in front of him than what we were seeing at the halfway back position. Now, if we watch with yourself, we never really, as we start down, we never get back into forward flexion. So an early extension, I mean, TPI work a lot on trying to improve an early extension, but at the end of the day, you can have the strongest core in the world. If you don't return to forward flexion and understand that you've got to do that, you can do as many sit-ups as you want, you're never going to get that club in the correct position. You can see the club there laying down behind you, and from there you're stuck on the inside, and you've got to throw the club away. The best way of feeling that is the drill that allows you to stabilise your head. If you've also got a buddy that can just put his hand sort of in front of your head here while you hit a few shots, then that would help also. But overall, I think the conditioning side of it, just work with your head against the wall. First thing to do stabilise your head position. Once you stabilise your head position, a lot of other things you'll find will fall into place. Good luck with it. Hope you improve well. If you would like to meet up and discuss things further, feel free to contact me via email, or you can give me a call on my mobile, which is 07931 721 788. Happy stacking and good luck.